Yo, what's good guys? This is Nightwing2303 from MoreTesters.com. Today we have the performance review on the BrandBlack J Crossover 3. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get right into it. So these guys use a similar traction pattern to the J Crossover 2, where it's that blade traction and it goes from heel to forefoot. This particular pair is a sampled version, and when dust was present on this guy here, the traction was extremely slippery. Now it was such a huge complaint of mine that they ended up retexturing the entire outsole for the actual retail versions, which is like this here. Hopefully you're going to be able to see it, but it's extremely textured all the way through, and that stuff gripped the floor extremely good. So this is the type of traction that you're going to expect from these guys, not what was on the sample. Now when dust is present, it will clog a lot of this up, so you are going to have to keep up with your wipes, but it's nothing serious. You're still going to get plenty of great traction, especially if you're on a clean court or a moderately clean court. Now their cushion is brand new in this model. It's called Black Foam, and what Black Foam is an extremely high rubber content foam midsole. It's really bouncy stuff. The very first edition of the Crossover 3 that I played in, it was so just springy underneath my feet. I was like, holy cow, this is incredible, but also can be very unstable. Everyone that played in the shoe pretty much agreed, and so what they ended up doing was slapping on a brand new force vector plate, which is this rubber containment here, and it goes on both sides, both the medial and lateral. The only thing to really compare it to is something like the Kobe 10, but this actually has a little bit more flex to it, so you can actually feel the cushion a lot more in this guy here than I was able to in those. If you're looking for impact protection, this stuff kills Jetlon. Like Jetlon was really comfortable, but this stuff is just twice as good as that. So impact protection, if that's like a #1 thing for you, cushion is just what you actually need. Try these guys out. I guarantee you won't be disappointed. If you like a little bit more low profile kind of court feel, this might be a little bit too much cushion for you. Even though they did try to contain a little bit with those plates, it still just might be something that you're like, I think I want to be a little bit closer to the ground. And so their JC2s or their force vector mesh, those will be a better option for you. The materials are really interesting. They went with a full-on woven mesh upper. This is actually Cordura mesh, the same exact stuff that you see on the Air Jordan 11. And this stuff needs zero breaking time. It's freaking awesome. It moves with your foot, it contains your foot. However, in certain high wear areas, it will stretch a little bit, and that's where these fuse rands come into place. Not only is it there to protect the material underneath it, but it's also there so that when you're making lateral moves and cuts, you're not rolling over the footbed. They also implemented that same exact technique in the heel, along with the TPU heel counter, so you're not shifting over the footbed upon those movements. But because the entire shoe is mesh, they've included this external shroud. It is completely removable, so if you don't want to play with it, you don't have to. I personally didn't, but if you feel like the mesh is just a little bit too flimsy for you, put this guy on here, and this contains the stretch a little bit in that section, so you won't move as much in that area. Again, I personally didn't like the cape or shroud on there. I like to play with them without that. I'm really into low tops, so that was my thing, is that the mids with the mesh upper felt like a low, and I loved it. But if you want your mid to feel like a mid, use the shroud and you'll be fine. Now as far as their fit, I would go down half a size for that perfect containment. If you have a wide foot, go true to size and you should be great. Mostly because that upper is a lot of mesh, so you're going to want to make sure that that stays snug on your foot even after you're done playing in it, just in case some of the areas stretch out a little bit more than they should. As far as lockdown is concerned, midfoot lockdown was phenomenal. No issues whatsoever. Lockdown up at the heel I thought was great as well. You have the notches right here, and they fit really nicely right around your Achilles area, so they move with your foot. Inside the shoe you have two gigantic ankle pillows right there that just really cup everything from the inside, so there's no shifting or movement whatsoever. So as far as support is concerned, most of that stuff comes from the actual fit, but like the J Crossover 2, the materials are just a little bit softer than your average sneaker, so the support from the fit is going to be lacking due to that. Again, they have implemented, fuse in areas so that they don't stretch in those certain zones, and that definitely helps increase the overall support, but it is still on the minimal side. And then you have the force vector plates on the midsole, and those add additional support as well, so you're getting that awesome cushion and rebound without any instability issues. You have the blue bottom shank, and that'll provide you with plenty of torsional support, and then you do have the outrigger as well to help with lateral movements. So overall, the sneaker's pretty beastly. Traction's one of those things, just make sure it's clean and you'll be good to go. Cushion though, if you're into cushion, try these guys out. Just like I say with Boost models, if you want something that is extremely comfortable, this is one of those shoes that you gotta try on. I really like the materials, I like that minimalist feel. I like low tops, and this kind of gives me that even though it's not a low top package. Their fit, especially since they're not in a lot of stores, is going to be one of those weird things. In my personal opinion, I would just recommend going down half a size. Once you break them in, you'll probably thank me later. And then the support is on the minimal side, so just keep that in mind. It's a guard oriented shoe, so if you're a big man and you play like a big man, this might not be enough for you. If you want any more information, such as a detailed written review, all you gotta do is head over to WearTesters.com. Performance scores are gonna be over there as well. Thank you guys for watching. Thanks for all your support, and until next time guys, have a good one.